I'm going to read two restaurant stories. The first one's for Old Jerusalem. We all met at this old Mediterranean restaurant, about as intact as the Acropolis, and twice as crowded. I'd never been there before, but it was Ben's favorite, and he was the reason we had rallied together since his apartment building had burned down that afternoon. Ben was the last to arrive. We all hugged him, then sat back down. Well, I said, no visible charring. Hey, Casey said, glaring at me, easy. It's fine, Ben said, you should have seen it. Orange, like fake orange, and the flames made this whooshing noise like a wind turbine. I'm on the 4th floor, you know? And it started on the 1st, so it got hot really fast. Well, what did you take with you, Casey asked. Where's all your stuff? Ben said, you know, it was pretty cool. Like that career thing they make you do in high school, only real. There I am, about to say goodbye to everything I own, and I had this moment of intense clarity. It was easy. So did you take anything? I asked. Yeah, one thing, he said, and fished it from his pocket. That's my harmonica, Nick said. What about your stuff? Asked Casey. Photos? Art? Asked Allison. Your computer? I asked. No, like I said, it was easy. I don't need that stuff. The harmonica, though, it's not mine. You can burn it, Nick, if you want, but I can't do it for you. Everything else, it's underbrush. Clear it out. Nick examined his harmonica. Then he held it to his lips. I'd never heard him play, and I was surprised when he laid out a mean blues riff. He kept playing, gaining confidence, building intensity, and then Allison started stomping her feet and pounding the table in time, making the salt and pepper shakers rattle and the silverware jump. And then we all joined in until pretty soon the whole crowded restaurant was staring at us. Then a guy at another table started clapping the rhythm as well, and then everyone was doing it, even the waitress and the cooks. When Nick stopped playing, the whole restaurant cheered. I looked at Ben. He had his eyes closed, and I'd never seen real serenity until that moment. Until after everything he owned had burned down, and he'd managed to save the one thing that really mattered to him, which wasn't even his to begin with. Thank you. The next one's for Lucky 13, which is a bar on Market Street. And I'm also doing these all by request now, so if you want to request a spot, let me know. Lucky 13. Vince covers his bad hand with his good hand. It's the bad hand, more than anything else, that makes him feel old. The girl next to him is in her 20s, easily half his age. Her phone keeps lighting up with messages. She's waiting for someone. He can tell by the way she fidgets and pokes at her phone that she's not comfortable sitting by herself in a bar. He shouldn't say anything. He wants to say something. She should say something to him. She won't. He says, that's a nice bracelet you have. He used to be so smooth. That's a nice bracelet yourself, she says, pointing at his own tarnished band. He's not expecting that. Her smile is nice and not quite symmetrical. She's not mocking him. Her lopsided smile puts him at ease. He forgets his bad hand for a moment, and with it, he touches his bracelet. It's sterling silver, from a claptrap shop in New Mexico, or Texas, or Nebraska. He can't even remember. He was on one of his sprees, the one that finally landed him here in San Francisco, and when he came to, he had the bracelet and 2 fingers less than 10. When she sees his hand, her smile tightens. Oh, she says. Oh. I got it in the Southwest. The injury? The bracelet. What happened to your fingers? Just lost them. Just lost them? How do you just lose fingers? Her eyes widen in puzzlement. They're set a little too close together. She's all kinds of imperfect. Sometimes you just lose things. That's why they call it lost, because you don't know where it went. Oh. He sips his bourbon. The ice has melted and the liquor has thinned. He should have never started with her. He's just depressing himself. Can I feel it? She asks. The bracelet? Your injury. He looks at her. Her skin is smooth and powdered. She's looking right at him, but still she fidgets with her phone. He slides his bad hand towards her, keeping it flat on the bar, palm down. The small bumps at his knuckles look polished and pink. When she touches them, he knows he can't really feel her. The nerves have all been ruined. But the way she touches them, with curious caresses, he imagines that he can. Thanks.